Hi, my name is Olivia Neth, and this is my final lit review presentation. At the beginning of the summer, I got a new roommate, my boyfriend. Compared to my boyfriend, I feel like I am constantly paying more medical expenses than he is. At first, I wanted to research why healthcare seems to be more expensive for women compared to men, but the subject was so broad with so many moving parts, I was never able to narrow it down and get concise answers. So now I've been living with my boyfriend for a little while, and I have noticed that I constantly have more doctor's appointments and testing done than he does. We are both healthy adults who are the same age, but it seems like he is never going to the doctor for check-ins and testing. This realization led me back to my idea that it seems like women are paying more for healthcare than men. So I decided to narrow my question down to who uses more healthcare services, men or women. My hypothesis is that women use more healthcare services than men. I made my hypothesis not only based off my experience living with my boyfriend, but also my experience in the clinical setting for school. As a sonography student, I feel like I scanned far more females than males. So the goal for my lit review paper and presentation is to determine if my hypothesis is correct. In order to determine if my hypothesis is correct, I found 3 journal articles from academic catalogs online. I read each article and assessed the validity and credibility of each one. I then set up an interview with a healthcare professional to get more information on the subject. The first journal article that I read was from MD Family Medicine. The author got their data for this article by randomly assigning 500 new adult patients to a primary care physician at a university medical center. The patients' use of healthcare services were monitored and recorded for 1 year following the start of the study. In the study, the patients were not responsible for reporting their own healthcare appointments or services. The author in charge of the study worked with the assigned physician and medical center to get the necessary information. According to this journal article, women had a significantly higher mean number of visits to their primary care clinic and diagnostic services than men. So this article would support my hypothesis that women use more healthcare services than men. After reading the findings of the first research article, it was important for me to look at the credibility of the journal article. The article was written by Dr. Clea Bertakis, who also holds a master's degree in public health. The article starts off by stating the research methods that were used to collect the data and how biases were avoided. Overall, this article had good credibility and strengthened their research. One limitation of this article is that it was written in 2015, so it is on the verge of becoming outdated. A second limitation of this article was that it does not say whether or not pregnant women were used in the study. I would think that pregnant women would tend to have more doctor's appointments and diagnostic services than non-pregnant women, and men, so including them in the study could skew the data. The second journal article that I found was from the National Library of Medicine. This journal article was written by a group of family practice doctors in California. This journal article was laid out the same as the previous one. It started off by stating how the authors got their data and what research methods were used to eliminate biases. Like the previous article, this article also randomly assigned patients to a primary care physician and monitored and recorded the number of health services that the patient used for 1 year. This article also had similar findings to the previous article as well. According to the National Library of Medicine, women have a higher medical care service utilization and higher associated charges than men. This journal article also supports my hypothesis that women use more health services than men. After reading the second research article, I once again looked at the credibility and validity of it. The National Library of Medicine is a government-run catalog of journal articles and research studies. I previously mentioned this journal article was written by a group of family practice doctors in California. The article provided links to information about the authors, specific numbers in the study, as well as other comparative studies. This article was also written in 2015, so that is one limitation to it. The article also started becoming slightly outdated as well. A second limitation to this article is the time duration in which the authors collected data. 1 year may not be long enough to get accurate and correct data. The third article that I read was from the Journal of Women's Health. The article was written by a group of doctors in Illinois. This article got their research by following 9,164 Americans over the age of 65 through the Health and Retirement Study. The article got their information based off the participants self-reporting the number of times they went to the doctor and what health services they had used. According to this article, the number of health services were substantially greater among older women compared with men. An interesting thing that this article noted as well was that despite women in this age group having less hospitalizations than men, they still used more health services such as primary care visits and diagnostic testing compared to men. After reading the article, it was important again to look at the credibility of it. The Journal of Women's Health is a public medical journal that issues new articles monthly. This academic journal is written by an editorial board composed of multiple doctors and publishing editors. Overall, I think that this academic catalog is credible with legitimate authors. One limitation of this journal article is that the authors relied on the participants to self-report the number of times they were going to the doctors and what services they were using. According to the Natural Library of Medicine, self-reporting can lead to certain biases such as social desirability bias or recall bias. A social desirability bias means that participants may not give their total honest answers to certain questions out of fear that they will be judged. A recall bias means that participants may not give accurate answers because they do not remember the full details of their appointments or what specific medical services were used. The next step to find my answer as to who uses the most healthcare services was to conduct an interview with a healthcare professional. For this topic, I decided to ask Catherine Beyer, who is an APRN NP at Nebraska Medicine, her opinion. Mrs. Beyer works at Nebraska Medicine and specializes in gynecologic oncology. I set a FaceTime meeting with Mrs. Beyer to get her opinion on the issue. Given her field, she deals with primarily women. However, she does have a background in family medicine, so she has dealt with male patients as well. In her experience, Mrs. Beyer states that women use more healthcare services than men. She said this is especially true during reproductive years, when women tend to have more health concerns than men. She also stated that women tend to live longer than men, so they use more healthcare services at the end stage of life as well. Mrs. Beyer's answers matched the research that I had found online from the academic journals. One limitation to asking Mrs. Beyer her opinion on the subject is that she does primarily deal with female patients, so she may hold a slight bias over the matter. Overall, I would say that my interview with her was fairly credible. While she is a credible source, I think in the future I would ask another healthcare professional their perspective to get a more holistic approach to the subject. After reading the journal articles and interviewing a healthcare professional, I found that women do tend to use more healthcare services than men. While I found the answer to my question, there are still limitations to these findings. One limitation is that the majority of articles I found use the same type of research method. 2 out of the 3 articles that I read involved assigning a patient to a primary care physician and monitoring the patient for 1 year. One issue with this type of data collecting is that 1 year may not be long enough to get accurate answers on if men or women use more healthcare services. I think to get a more holistic answer to my question, I would need to find more articles that used other research methods to collect data. One idea for future research on this topic would be to collect data from both men and women in specific age groups and follow those patients for more than 1 year. I think that this would allow for more accurate data on the subject. Here are my references, and thank you for watching my final lit review presentation.